You are the strength of my life. I lift my hands in total praise to thee. Anyway, I,
Wow. Wow. Those runs.
you know,
So amazing.
occasionally they happen. Not much running in the gym, but vocally there's agility. Yeah.
Your kind of runs are the good runs, you know?
They don't. They don't pack on the pounds. It's the lack of running in the gym that packs on the pounds, uh, and the biscuits that I've been eating. So
Oh, the biscuits.
yeah,
I don't
I'm
know that I don't know that I have a clear word that brings out your southern twang. Biscuits. You just said biscuits, and that's
biscuit.
biscuits.
What is it? Is it biscuits?
It's not so much it's
Biscuit.
the intention of the pronunciation. It's like that's
Well,
all the
bro, I mean, the
biscuits.
fact that I have to like try not to say couch is crazy. So,
Hey, what? Couch?
what do you sit on?
A couch.
You sit on a couch.
A can't I don't even know how you're making that word happen. Couch
Yeah,
with an N? Like an N?
I guess, but I spell it Couch. So
Right. But couch.
couch. That's what I said.
Oh wow. Okay. That's all good.
Double
But
layers. I'm country. I'm a little bit southern. I'm a little bit northern. What's
biscuits.
going on inside of me?
Hi, Tim.
Hi, how are you?
I'm spent. I'm
You
like,
look. You look like you have been traveling the world, and
yeah, my these bags under my eyes, I feel so stupid. Oh my
it's
God.
okay. They're Louis. They're
Yeah,
Gucci.
dude,
They're
don't nobody watch the video version of the podcast this week. It's not gonna work out for you.
absolutely don't watch it like as you have been. But
Yeah. Yeah, Pride, Virginia Pride was yesterday.
it
So,
was. Did you
yeah.
feel prideful?
Was very prideful. I had a wonderful time. Last year wasn't terrible, but this year was just so much better, you
Oh,
know. And so
good.
it was huge
Well, didn't
crowd.
last year have some like weather issues or something?
Yeah, last year was weird because they had to postpone it by like 4 weeks,
Yeah.
and which meant that the crowd, there weren't as many people, and they moved locations, which actually ended up being a positive,
Right.
because that's where they had it this year again. But
Mhm.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. The crowd was having a blast. There was a moment yesterday where we had a lull in the performances because some people were running behind.
Mhm.
So me and the drag queen I just started playing Chappell songs,
Yeah, like
and
you do.
girl, girl, like sheep
Gross.
to a flock or whatever. Like
Absolutely, I'm sure.
it was so much fun to just hit hot to go, and people were just like running to the stage.
I mean,
That was great.
honestly, pop culture will always hit the masses, right? So,
It worked out great. So it was like they want to do Pride, but give them what they want. So we played
the
like four.
Midwestern princess of sorts.
So it was a lot of fun, and the performers we had a couple we had a high school level a cappella group. We had another choir. We had a step team come up and do like a 10-minute step program, which was really really good.
Cute.
Um, Bunch of drag,
Mhm.
and then I got to do a couple sets, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a long day.
What a
And
beautiful day.
a beautiful day. The weather was great. Everybody was on their best behavior for these.
Nobody was kung fu fighting.
Not even a little bit, which was good. I got to
Cool.
meet Deshaun Wesley from
Oh yeah,
Legendary.
I saw that he was gonna be there.
Yeah, he came over to the youth stage and hung out for a little bit. He was a sweetheart,
Oh, that's cute.
cutie patootie. And I got to see Miss Isabel Brooks.
Mhm.
from afar. She was performing, so I was like,
Yeah, I'm assuming she wasn't gonna come to the youth thing.
she
Like,
wasn't coming to the
like I seen her YouTube. Shout out, girl. I love it.
not even a little bit. And yeah, so that was pretty cool. Oh, girl, the person who was running the high school level like show choir,
Mhm.
like the entire performance. So like they're performing and the director is like standing next to me because he's giving me the cues for the music.
Yeah.
So like the song plays and they're like running around on stage. It's like, okay, now. So I'm just clicking play and I'm staring at him like, why do I know you? Why do I know you? And it dawned at me halfway through the performance. He looks, and I promise this is only partially racist. He looks exactly like Naomi Smalls out of drag, like to the T.
No,
Hair,
I
hair
mean, is
and
the
all.
face like
Like
giving
the
like the
his
glow?
the glow, the length, like tall,
Wow.
thin, but that face, like even in boy, like it was. I paused. I was like, "Who are you?" And I was like, "Oh shit, this is Naomi Smalls out of drag."
It
No,
might
it
be
wasn't.
her. I mean, honestly, it might be her brother because she was adopted. So we
Oh,
don't know.
oh, okay, maybe. But I like when it dawned on me, I was like, "You are gorgeous. You're so
Yeah.
cute." It's like, "Oh my
Let's
god, these
hope that
people."
he's like 21. Like,
I don't think he was. If he was in the choir, he would have been in the choir. So I'm assuming
yeah,
he's just a younger person.
yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, it was
Well,
just
shout
fun.
out to you, baby Naomi. Like,
Baby Naomi running this little show choir. It was so cute.
now watch his name is like Niles.
Nice.
Or
Yeah, so
Nigel.
that was cute. The stage manager, the person like helping all day, her name was Mandy. Shout out to Mandy.
Shout out to
Mandy,
Sandy.
Mandy, Tim, I'm trying to find like think of a comp person that we know, but Mandy is the sweetest, nicest person that you would ever meet, and wouldn't say boo to a ghost. Like, think
And she
kind of.
got everything together.
So what?
And she like was running. She was like a showrunner.
So I think Mandy was lucky that all the performers were nice this year.
Yeah, I was like, how did it work?
Because if she had to deal with an is Miss Isabel Brooks, um, Mandy would have gotten steamrolled, and
Because
because
somebody needs to act the fool.
yeah, and again, like we were all, Mandy was sweet. We were sweet to Mandy. Mandy was running around like crazy, and she's like, "Is everything okay?" She was kind of like me on 20. You know what I mean? Like, are you
Okay.
okay? Like, she's in mom mode, but she's
Yeah.
stressing because it's a big day, and she's trying to get
She's
everything
like
together.
you if you're drinking and you think somebody hates you.
Yes, yeah. She was worried that everybody was mad at her, but she was
Yeah.
doing a great job. And
Yeah.
so it's like, no, we're good. And she's like, okay, I just want to make sure, like, I was like, oh no, baby, you're doing fine. And I feel kind of bad because leading up to the event, when we were negotiating like my performance and pay and like all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
I wasn't being like mean, but I was being like direct. Like compared to last year, like if I'm gonna do this, like we need
Yeah.
A, B, and C and details like how many microphones does this performer need, like we need to like nail
Yeah.
this down. So I kind of feel like in the emails as like we were going back and forth about like what was going on, I was
Yeah.
like sure, but like what about detail number 5 of my previous email, right?
Yeah.
So so I think because I didn't know her, like I probably set a precedent that I would be a little maybe pushy or something. And then we met and I was like, "Hey." And she's like, "Oh, oh, we're huggers." So she like she
Yeah.
met me and she's like, "Oh, you're not an asshole." I'm like, "Oh, no, no, no. I just like to be prepared." It's
Well,
different.
no, I think so. This is the thing. Unfortunately, you work in a field where people have to be professionally nice and they're not always the such. So like when you are off camera nice, they're going to be
Right.
like, "Whoa, oh okay."
Oh, you're a decent human. Yeah. Yeah, it was
Cuz you're a
interesting.
celebrity now.
I mean, it's not
An RVA for short. Like,
RVA. Um but I'm also because of my position as a DJ, I'm also usually like the person between people
yeah.
because I'm working with the artist to like for their music and like bantering with them.
Yeah.
And then we have the stage production, like the sound people. So like I'm running between people.
You're the perfect person for it. You're the middle brother. You're the middle. Yeah.
I do have a good disposition for being in this specific role. I agree with that. So yeah, so it was a good day, but it was, it's a lot of smiles, and like, and it's a youth pride stage, so there's a lot of kids,
Yeah.
and which I'm not, uh I'm not anti kid, but I don't have a lot of kids in my life day to day. You know what I
I
mean?
think
Like,
most gays are not, they want kids to have fun and be
yeah.
perfect, but they don't want to indulge in like that every day. Like,
No, yeah, and it's like, and it's again, Gunko life. Love it. Love to see you. Love to
yeah.
have a good time, and then on to the next.
Yeah. I
But
mean, everybody's a Nina West in some ways.
in some ways, you got to bring out your Nina, and Sweet Pickles, the drag host for the day. She she presents as a drag clown. Uh,
Yeah.
like that's her shtick, and her her nightlife. She can have a lot of fun and do her thing, but because of the way she looks, kids love her. So I
Yeah.
think they kind of like found this niche for like the youth pride event for like somebody like her, which is kind of perfect.
Yeah.
So it was like really sweet seeing like these little toddlers like running up and saying pretty, pretty. Like it was
Oh,
so cute.
that's what I
Sweet,
will say about kids. Like, they're very honest, and that's what sucks and is also wonderful. Like,
all in the
because
same.
if you call me fat, I'm gonna call you child, loser, freak, stupid. Don't even know their ABCs. Get out of my
Right.
motherfucking face, you fathead bitch.
Yeah.
Like, but you can't say that because they're just like seeing what they see.
Didn't one of my great nieces or nephews say something at a Christmas party that made me look at them sideways? What did they say?
They did something that has been done before. Like,
I
Nisa, when I think it was the first one, she was like, "Why do you have like hair or something?" And I was like, "Boys can have
Oh,
hair." And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think your nephew said something similar, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Boys can do this," and he was like, "Okay," like,
I forget you've been around long enough to this point where the first set,
yeah,
they were
girl.
young when you came around, and now they got
Which is what is happening currently in my life
yeah, yeah, yeah,
all
yeah.
the time. Like, my brother was a certain way, and I'm
Hmm.
seeing the wave with my niece,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just like, I can't. Why? How did I become the person that is like seeing all of this? But
Yeah.
anyway, but yeah. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm seeing waves of stuff. And I'm seeing
Hmm.
like people be grown and doing the same exact thing their parents did. And I'm like, girl, this ain't nothing new to me.
I kids say the darndest things.
They do. And it's been said before, it'll be said again. And honestly, the queers just have to get used to it. Like, it
Yeah.
is what it is. If
Yeah.
you want to stay on this planet, you're gonna be met with the same bullshit.
Yeah, Queen, you think you
Like,
can read, hang around a 5-year-old, they'll read you down to filth, you
for
know?
real. They'll be like, "Oh, you gay? Why you fat?" I'm
Why
like,
you fat?
"Bitch."
Yeah. I didn't know gays could be fat. It's like, holy shit, what the fuck?
I didn't know kids could be queer.
Long story short, the youth pride was amazing.
Yes.
So we had a blast. Um, that was
Favorite
wild.
moments.
Favorite moment. I mean, it really was cool to like start playing Chappell and like we literally went from nobody. Like the way they have it set up is that there's a stage, and in front of us there are vendors on each side,
Mhm.
and then there's like this square patch of lawn where people can sit down and hang out and watch the performances,
Yeah.
and there was nobody. Like everybody was at the vendors or like they were just getting in. It was kind of early in the day, but it was dead. There was nobody in
Yeah.
front of our stage. And then me and Sweet Pickles are like, we got to fill some time. Like the performers aren't here yet. And I was like, I'll just put on Hot to Go. Oh, that's what it was actually. She was off stage and I started playing Hot to Go like for like music in between. And I
Yeah.
put it on, and Sweet Pickles ran on stage and started doing like her lip sync
Yeah.
interpretation of Hot to Go. And as she's spinning on stage, like hundreds of people are flocking to the youth stage. And
Probably
then
because they saw. Well, how much do you want to bet they thought that like she was there
They
for a
see her
second.
caked up face in these
They
sparkles.
were like,
Oh my
"Oh
God, Chappell!
my god!"
They ran over,
That was-
and
yes,
she's
one last tricks of her kids.
that's right. It's Chappell. It's not. But Sweet Pickles are going off, and so then I did like I all back to back, and then I just did Good Luck Babe, and just a bunch of her songs. That's the other thing about Chapel Road is that only so many of her songs are kid friendly. They're
Yeah,
almost all about fucking, but she's got a lot of curse words, and I'm like, I don't like DJ to like edit. It's like
yeah.
like
Do it.
yeah, I was like no. So that was just it was just a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to see people instantly react to music.
Mhm.
That's just like my favorite thing. So
Yeah.
that was probably my favorite. Um, yeah. So Virginia Pride, happy Pride, everybody.
Happy VA Pride. We're here.
Absolutely.
We're queer. Why aren't you
You
used
know
to
what?
it?
Speaking of Chapel Roan, I was kind of curious because I don't know if you've seen any of this, but I was wonder how you felt about this, like celebrities. So Chapel has been in the news for a couple things recently, and one of them is around her like the way she chooses to set boundaries for herself.
Yeah.
So a couple weeks ago, she was on TikTok saying like, "You don't know me. It is weird how you guys treat me in public. Like,
Yeah.
no, I don't just want to give you a hug when I'm grabbing coffee." So like,
Yeah.
she's kind of she's scolding her fan base a little bit because of the way they treat celebrities, and particularly her.
Yeah.
And some people had like an interesting reaction to that, but that's her just kind of saying like, I don't do this for that. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
That's not why I do this, right? And then this past weekend, she was at the VMAs, and there was an incident where she was getting photographed, and a photographer basically said, "Shut the fuck up," or something to like kind of get a rise out of her to like make her
Yeah.
react to the photo. And she stopped and she turned around and said, "You shut the fuck up," in front of everybody to this photographer. And she's kind of having this moment where she's publicly setting boundaries for
Yeah.
herself, as opposed, I'm not saying this is good or bad, but as somebody like opposed to like Taylor Swift, who really embraces all aspects of the celebrity machine, like
Yeah.
whether it's doing the perp walk after restaurants or engaging with fans at a certain level, or even encouraging, or I want to say encouraging, not really getting involved with some of her toxic aspects of her fan base, so kind of letting them run wild. Looking at you, Taylor and Nikki. But she that kind of side of it, they kind of embrace all of it. Whereas Chappell, being a new artist, is like really like, I'm here to sing and dance and have a good time, but y'all got to leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
And I think there's definitely a time and place where like, and I think even the Reed was talking about this week, but if Beyonce or Britney had done that earlier in their career, they would have been seen as like not being grateful. Do you know what I mean? Like not really embracing that part of like, you're a celebrity, you've got to, this is what you expect. Whereas like someone like Chappell's just like, nah, fuck you. Like I'm not playing that game, and if you want to play that game, I'll just stop. I don't need any of. It's not worth it at that level.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you have like a thought or opinion on that? Like celebrities kind of like pushing back on the concept of celebrity.
I don't think it's more about the celebrity. I think it's more about the generation. I think
Mm.
all of this generation is the same way. That's just like, I don't have to do this. I can go back home with my mama.
I don't have to do
Like,
this. Yeah.
like they'd be like, "You want me to be here 5 days a week on time, girl? It's traffic. If I'm late, I'm late, and it is
Right.
what it is. Be glad you got me here."
Right.
And
My presence is a present.
yeah, my presence is a present. Kiss all of my ass.
Yeah.
You shut up. Like it's just like that's this generation. This like they don't need they don't need the validation and the hoopla behind what they actually just want to do. They just want to make a living.
Yeah.
If it means that they have to do too much, they just won't do that.
Yeah. They're not gonna put themselves out like that. And
She just wants to make art. She doesn't want to be a celebrity.
no, she doesn't care about
She's
that
like,
aspect.
I'm not Kim Kardashian. I'm not like these people that I have a talent. I want to use that talent, and I want to do that only. It come like I do need. We all need money, so you can have my talent, but you can't have me. So
Yeah, no, that's a good way to think of it because we're getting past that first wave of celebrity for celebrity, right?
yeah,
The Kim Kardashian effect of like, but what do you do?
yeah,
And when and it's true. On the flip side, you have somebody who's talent first, an artist who's
yeah.
not embracing that side of the business, basically. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah,
And I think the thing is like we have been told this is what you have to do in order to get that sort of feel. And
yep,
I think that these kids are really showing up and saying, I don't believe you. And I'm gonna show you that I don't have to do it.
yeah.
Yeah. And so
Mm.
I say kudos to her. And
Kudos to her.
anybody, all these kids out here that are coming to the workforce and saying, "Oh, you get 40 hours. There's no extra.
Yeah,
There's no you're gonna get the personality that I have. I'm not gonna be fake for you. I'm not gonna sit up here and take your little bullshit that you have to say. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in this check. This check says I have to be here for 40 hours for production. It also says that I need to take a 30-minute lunch, and I'll be doing that.
yeah,
Toodaloo. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm too wired to ever get to a place where I'm like, I'm not feeling it today. I'm just not going to participate and like fire me or don't fire me. I think
yeah.
I'm I'm too wrapped up in my bills to like play that
Listen,
game.
Look, it's a Gen Z and
Yeah,
Gen Alpha thing.
I
That
can't
is
unlearn
not
that.
a millennial thing. We
Yeah,
can't. Don't don't make yourself because you're gonna stress the hell out.
yeah,
Because what you don't understand is you don't have the love of your parents. You
mm,
you don't
mm,
have a house to go to after this. You
right,
actually have a kid, so
right.
you need to provide.
Yeah, different.
So
It's different.
understand that we're just in those middles and we're gonna have to do double the work because Gen Z ain't gonna do none of the work. And it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good point.
But we can still root for them and want them. We're not giving them a better world. They have to create it themselves and they're choosing to do that. So good for you.
Touche, touche.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about men
Man,
and how they're pointless without um anything.
did you have another negative encounter or lack of encounter?
A lack.
Yeah.
I've given this motherfucker 3 times, and he's let me down all three
Oh.
times.
Oh, fuck that. No.
Yeah, and so I'm coming to the conclusion that I'm shut down. I'm shutting down that part of my life. We're not dealing with
You
that.
gonna shut down the factory?
Yeah, it's over.
No.
It's
You love
done.
that. That factory is so much fun.
It's not. It's um. It's very the opposite, actually.
Oh.
It's riddled with why,
Hmm.
but how. I don't get it. And there's no answers other than like the emptiness. So I'm like, you know what? I can be empty by myself and I
Hmm.
can fill it up with this good old dildo.
That's right.
So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna go get some gun oil and I'm going to wobble, 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 wobble.
Wobble wobble. What about like special events, like things coming up in Florida?
Just fucking. It's
Yeah.
not, it ain't gonna
Okay.
be, I'm not really interested in like, if somebody try to talk to me, I'm like, no, don't do that. Let's just fuck. Let's just have a good time.
So you're shutting down the relationship factory.
Yes, but outside of like out I'm like outside of the country. Outside of my country, which is part of the Eastern Seaboard,
Uh-huh.
um, I'll be doing vacation things. But I mean, back
Yeah.
when I come back, it's shut all the way down. I'm not. I'm not doing
You think
that.
you can? I mean, obviously, if you are occasionally are looking for it, it's something you're interested in. But it's
It's
difficult
more
to deal with these people.
it's more along the lines of like I be forgetting for a second.
Yeah,
I be forgetting like the dust and debris and like the lack of decorum
hmm
and the non-mindfulness and the non-demure of it all,
yeah,
um, that these people come with, that once, even if you get to a space with them where you want to be intimate, they're stinky, they're disgusting, they
yeah,
don't know soap, they don't know anything really, so they don't have good conversation, they don't like, they just don't do anything for you, so why even bother?
yeah.
Like, what? I don't know a case where I have come out of a situation in the past like 3 years where I'm like, yep, worth it.
Mm,
So I'm good. Like,
okay.
no. So yeah, when I'm on vacation, we'll be fucking. Other than that, no, thank you. And when we're on vacation, I'm not interested in your feelings.
How are you gonna manage that? Like, how do you manage the concept of prep on vacation? Like,
When
we're going to a venue where it's basically alcohol, food, and pools. We'll say. Um, with that in mind, like, are you like, do you just not eat all weekend? Like, what are you doing?
you do lots of alcohol,
Sure,
lots of coffee,
coffee. Okay,
so you're never really hungry.
okay. So a lot of stimulants and downers to
Yeah.
get you
Well,
going.
not.
Okay.
I mean, I
Well, I
guess
mean, alcohol. Yeah.
like you do coffee in the morning, make sure it's
Mm-hmm.
clear it out, and then go to the parties where you're drinking vodka sodas
Wow. Yep.
and do the things,
Mm-hmm.
and then you basically just go home.
Okay. This is turning
And
into
I
this
mean,
is turning into an
I
episode
mean,
of Teach Me Daddy.
why? Oh, I do not like that. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that.
uh
I just, it's just, not, you know how like some things are just not good dynamics.
huh.
I don't think those two are good dynamic people.
Oh,
Like
interesting. Okay.
I don't. It just seems like one is very eager and the other one is like just gay. Like,
Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm just like, if you want to be gay, if you want to do gay shit, just do some gay shit. You don't have to like be around somebody who I don't even know exactly if you're really friends.
So not to get too deep into it, they are really friends. I think what's weird is that they're trying to find Mateo's other half. So
Yeah,
Mateo's having a moment,
yeah,
and he's got multiple podcast or video things with like another person
yeah.
that isn't taking off. So
Maybe
it's like,
he's just a loner. Maybe
I,
he's just an Oprah. Like,
I was like, I don't know that anybody matches his freak, let's say. And
because
so they're just having
Nick is a lot. Like,
Nick is a lot, and Nick is can be very funny, but they're not always.
yeah.
It's on and off. It's very Trixie and Katya, where it's like sometimes it's great and sometimes it's
But
just
at
like,
least
let's
they're
do it.
commercial. Look,
Sure. Well, they're at a place now where they can make that work.
Nick and Mateo are not commercial.
No, Nick is very much a realty
Yeah,
salesperson who happens to have a friend who's funny, and you know what I
yeah,
mean. Like it's like, okay, all right, Nick.
yeah.
Uh,
Maybe like Mateo and Bob could do something. I feel like that might be fun.
Mateo does really well when he's on sibling rivalry. They have a
Yeah.
really good back and
Yeah.
forth, so that could be interesting.
I think if Monet and Trixie did something together, then Bob and Mateo can do something together. Yeah,
I like that. I like that. That's a
yeah.
good combo.
Mhm. Um, do you have uh, do you have Dropout yet?
That was just on my brain. I was like, and by the way, I still need to get Dropout so we can watch her pajama
Yeah.
party.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not yet. I
So I'm stealing your money, stealing your, your subscriptions, and I'm
it's okay.
waiting. Yeah.
I'm lucky this month I can afford $6. We can make this happen.
Oh God, like it's not like you're just not doing anything.
I'm really sitting
you're not
on
a
my ass
DJ
being
to
like,
every single situation that's happening in RBA
oh,
that's worth going to.
that's right. Next,
If
this
you want
coming
people to
week,
come to your things, you need to have DJ Barebones there because otherwise nobody else is going to your little faggoty things. It's not as cute. It's not as fun as when DJ Barebones is giving the ones and twos.
thank you. I appreciate that. I've got my first like non-faggy show this coming weekend,
Yeah.
which is 2 days DJing in Oktoberfest, a beer garden. Look at you! Look at your fucking face! How dare you judge my money? How dare you judge my money?
I'm not judging. First of
How
all,
dare you judge my
how dare
paycheck?
you take my emotions
Judgment.
and assume them?
Uh, 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 uh,
I didn't judge your money. I literally said, I was like, I wonder what you're gonna play. Like,
Oh no, that wasn't like, oh, what is he gonna play? That was
that was what are you gonna
stank.
play?
That was stank face. You gave
No,
stank face.
it was stank because I was thinking of the things that you could play. What are you gonna play? Like
So Tim, there's
Steiner? I don't know.
there's a whole section of polka music that you and I don't generally engage with.
Is there gay polka artists?
I'm sure. I mean, they're German. I'm sure a lot of them are.
I just want to make it gay. Like
polka. I mean, German is gay I mean, they're the leather gay capital.
Volkswagen logo. I don't know. Like
they created fisting.
Did
so
they?
I just those Germans are crazy. Yeah. Tim, what's making you live this week?
The fact that I'm not eating cat or dog. So, I'm loving life. I'm living to serve my fellow community in all the ways that I can. And that means that I'll be able to vote for a Black woman, Indian woman soon. So that's what I'm living for. What you living for?
I am living for my book club. I just joined a book club for the first time in my life. I've never done that before. And so we're in the middle of reading the book for next month. And it's a book called Where Sleeping Girls Lie. It's YA. I think it's queerish. We'll see. I'm only in the beginning of the book. But the group I'm reading it with tends to read a lot of queer-ass stuff. So it's like boarding school. It's like uppity boarding school Harry Potter meets Mean Girls.
Okay.
So this young Black female with a mysterious past, who's the main character, goes to a boarding school, and after her parents have passed, and she's like in this world for the first time, and they get sorted by house, Harry Potter. And on the first day, she meets her two friends who introduce her to the cliques and the Mean Girls. Like, there's a whole chapter that just reads like the movie Mean Girls about them talking about the cliques and everything. It's a little creepy. It's a little YA fun, like off to school and meeting new people. It's a lot of fun. So Where Sleeping Girls Lie, in the middle of reading that. I'll let you know if it's any good. But
so it's like Pretty Little Things mixed with the chilling adventures of Sabrina.
A little bit. There might be some, like, I don't think there are magical elements. They haven't happened yet, but there's some creepiness that makes me feel there might be something supernatural. I don't know. I tried not to like read spoilers or anything on the cover, so we'll see. But so far so good. Where Sleeping Girls Lie. Check it out.
Sure.
Awesome stuff. Tim, where can people find us?
You can find us anywhere you can find Botana oil. You can find it in the scalp. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it on the continent of Africa. You can also find us at wearecubandchub.com.
That's right, wearecubandchub.com, where you can find out where to stream us and buy our merchandise. Everybody, thank you so much. We hope you have a good week. Tim, it's always good to see you. Love you. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Bye. 2 fingers in the bush.